I hope you guys are having a great start to your cross-country season if you're in your school's cross-country team. But today, I just kind of got like a random urge to film this video, and I'm going to be going over my top pieces of running gear for 2018. Actually, most of the pieces of gear on here are not what you'd expect from a running gear video, so stay tuned. The first thing I'm going to be going over, which is probably what you guys all came here for, is my running shoes. This is just my pair of training shoes, and I actually just got it on Thursday. They are the Brooks Adrenaline GTS 18. I really have not gone on a run with them yet. Like, I've done some strides in my yard, and I actually did a race in them on Saturday, which these are really not good shoes for racing, but for training I think they'll be pretty good. I used to actually run in a pair of Brooks Ravenna 9s. I loved those shoes. I mean, they were a good mix between like cushioning and also kind of being a little bit more lightweight, but like 2 weeks ago they just started making the top of my left foot just ache super bad, like to the point where I was like limping during school and everything. So other than that, I mean, if your feet are structured differently than mine, then I would definitely recommend the Brooks Ravenna 9s. Next up, I got a pair of spikes. I actually just got these yesterday because I never ran in spikes before and I wanted to you know, improve my race times a little bit. So I never actually ran in these. I mean, I did some strides in them yesterday in my yard, but they're super lightweight. These are the New Balance XC7. For me, they have like more cushioning, a little more room than like Nikes. Right now, I believe this is a 3/8 inch spike. They're just a very comfortable shoe. I've never raced in them yet, but I'll tell you guys, keep you guys updated. For a running watch, I don't really have like a official like running watch. Like, it's not like Garmin or anything. It's just a Fitbit Charge 2. I mean, for running, I would definitely not recommend this because for the same price as you could get an actual pretty good solid running watch. This, it says it has a GPS, but it's insanely inaccurate. One time over a year ago, I ran, I think it was 2.4 miles, but it said I only ran like 1.8 or something. So it was super inaccurate, but it has a stopwatch on it, which can also be good if you know the distance you're running. Last up, for kind of the more conventional running items, are these Balega running socks. These cost $13 a pair. I don't really know how much a sock makes a difference during cross country, but I just thought I'd put it out there. They're definitely comfortable socks. Alright, now for, you know, the less kind of conventional running items, we got the Apple AirPods. These are super solid. Running with wireless earbuds makes such a big difference because running with wires, you know, it gets all tangled up and it's just pretty awkward to run in. But with these AirPods, I can listen to music, I can listen to podcasts. I'm honestly not a really big fan of listening to music or podcasts while running, but you know, you do you, whatever you like listening to. Sometimes when I'm listening to like a Gary Vaynerchuk podcast though, like one of his keynotes, it makes me run super fast. I mean, every time, even if it's like a long run, when I listen to it, I'm doing it at like sub 9 minutes per mile, which is pretty crazy. Next up, Trader Joe's Quick Cut Steel Oats. I used to just make like that packaged microwave oatmeal, but I realized this stuff is actually really unhealthy for you because it has so much added sugar and they just add in a bunch of artificial stuff. So if you use, you know, real oats like this, it doesn't have to be from Trader Joe's, you can just, you know, get it from a grocery store. This was literally, I think, less than $3, and it comes with 18 servings, so you really can't beat it. My favorite breakfast recipe is a serving of these oats, and then cutting up half a banana and then putting some brown sugar and also a tablespoon of peanut butter, and then just mixing it all together. The banana gets all like melted and stuff. It tastes so good, and it keeps me full for like 3 or 4 hours. And these oats are important because I've really been trying to crack down on my nutrition these past few weeks as a runner, just because, you know, it's the start of the season. Actually, it's the middle of the season now, and I just want to, you know, get my eating intact so that I can run even faster and have better races. Alright, last up, the most unconventional thing on this list is just like a notebook, because it's so useful to have notebooks. I mean, but basically in here I just have notes like how to improve your mile time, how to improve your 5K time, and cross-country racing tips. Literally, this thing is 110 pages, it's giant, like, it's high quality paper. $5 from Michael's. $5, like, you cannot beat that. As well as just writing down notes from different cross-country YouTube videos I've watched. I have another journal that's actually acts as kind of like my daily journal, and I write down all my runs that day. I write down the pace of them, you know, how I felt after certain races and certain meets. And that is found to be super helpful because it's really easy to forget how far you ran that day, like what pace, and you can measure your improvements, you know, write down all the details of a workout you did. So having a journal to write down different, you know, information you've heard about running, and also, most importantly, writing down your runs, your distance, what day you did them, all things like that. So this is a little recap of my running gear. I use Brooks Adrenaline. I use this New Balance XC7 spikes, Bolega running socks, Apple AirPods, Trader Joe's Oats, and a journal to write down all of your runs in. Let me know how you guys' cross-country season is going so far. I'd love to know. Mine is kind of going off to a little bit of a rocky start because I haven't really had the best times, but I found, like, as long as I'm finishing around, like, with the right people that I should be finishing with, then I'm really not too worried about the times. Like, obviously, I really want to, you know, just smash my PRs from last year. But I'm also trying to, like, not be too hard on myself. So I hope you guys have an awesome season. I hope you guys enjoyed this running cross-country gear haul video. And I'm actually running a 15K in a month and a half. It's the Chicago Hot Chocolate Run. So 15K is 9.3 miles. That's going to be hard because if you guys were watching my cross-country summer training videos, you know that I did a 7-mile race in Iowa on July 28th called the Big 7, and that race kicked my butt. That race kicked my butt. I mean, it was so hilly. There were hills, there were uphills at the worst times possible, but I ended up doing it in 70 minutes. So 10-minute pace per mile, which I'm happy with. You know, I didn't walk during it. And also in July, I'm doing a half marathon with some of my other, like, cross-country and track friends and everything like that. So that'll definitely be fun, a half marathon. I'm going to have to do some long runs next summer to prep for that. But I hope you guys enjoyed my running gear video, and good luck with your cross-country season.